Carolina! Our son got first place from his contest! He even got a prize from it, too!
We're thinking about going to a fancy restaurant for dinner. Do you have time to join us, Mom? What's the contest again?
A poem writing contest. He wrote about environmental hazards and pollution. Apparently, the judges really liked his piece.
Isn't it great? What if he becomes an actual professional writer or a poet? I'm excited and so proud of him.
A writer or a poet? Do you know how hard it is to make money off of writing books and poems? Don't get ahead of yourselves. Everybody knows how to jumble up a few words and make it into a sentence. How is he going to make money off of doing that for a living? Quit getting overly hyper with something like this, and don't let your compliments get to Ishmael's head. Carolina, this was an actual big contest for literature. He tried really hard because he wanted to hear a compliment from you. He was so happy when he found out about how he placed first place in the contest. Could you be so nice and spare him a few words to show him that you're proud of him?
He said he wasn't confident enough to talk to you directly about it. He already knows how you'll react. I mean, you're always so cold and aloof with him. Couldn't you just be a little nicer to him and tell him that you're proud of him? It's not like you're losing money or getting ill from letting him know that you appreciate him.
Don't compliment him and show him gratitude with something so irrelevant. It's nothing crazy. Anybody can win first place in a stupid competition like that. What's he going to do writing books and poems? You can't even make money off of that. He needs to get good grades at school for a good future. He should be dreaming about something bigger, like becoming an astronaut or a pilot. A writer. Really? He won't get anywhere with that. It wouldn't be enough if he dedicated himself to studying all day and all night starting from now. But what? He wants to write. What prize did he even get anyway? Some coupon or a gift card that isn't worth much anyway. See, it doesn't make much money either way. You can't even buy something nice with that. Quit being so happy about stupid stuff like this. It doesn't really help with his future. Carolina, Ishmael is in 7th grade. What money could he really be making? He's just a student. He's a middle schooler.
Exactly. It should be amazing enough that he's won first place in a contest and got a prize. I mean, what else could he do to be a better student? Mom, please. Can you try and be a little more kind with Ishmael? I'm asking you politely.
How am I supposed to like someone that I just can't manage to like? You want me to pretend or something? I don't have much time left to live on, so don't make me do things that I don't feel like doing. I just want to appreciate the good things and pass away in peace.
I'm sorry, Anastasia. I want to apologize in place of my mom. This is ridiculous.
It's not your fault. You don't have to apologize to me. I knew what kind of person Carolina is anyway.
My little brother had a lot of problems with his health when he was younger. When his age group was having fun playing outside on the playground, he had to go through surgeries of opening his stomach and whatnot. He survived it all miraculously. That's why my mom likes him more than she does me. She has an attachment to him because he's been through so much.
I didn't know about that. But I don't understand. All of that is in the past, and now we're living in the present times. Why does she only favor him? It's been a long time since then, but it's obvious that she still favors him over you. This is clearly discrimination. Not only does she discriminate you from Rhett, but she discriminates the kids too. Rhett's son is always out here causing trouble at school. But Carolina doesn't care and ignores all of that misbehaving that Jeremiah does at school. She gives him so much money, buys him expensive clothes. She doesn't do anything for Ishmael, nor does she have anything nice to say about him.
I know, and I think that it's an issue too. I've argued with my mom and have been angry with her many times, although you don't really know about that part. I've been trying so hard to change the way that she thinks. I asked her if she could please at least stop discriminating the children. I've gotten used to her discriminating against me, but I can't stand it when it comes to the kids. Even if they might not show it and act as if they don't know. The kids know that she likes one over the other. It's messed up that Ishmael has to go through something like this at such a young age.
Of course. And it's not like they're babies anymore. They've been at that age of having known about her discriminatory behavior towards them. I blame Carolina for the way that Ishmael's becoming more and more reserved. How could he be confident? The way that she treats Ishmael can't pose a positive effect on him. It's unfair that he has to go through all of this.
I know, and you're right. It makes me upset with how things usually go when the family is all together. Let's just try our best to love Ishmael as his parents. Who else would be able to show unconditional love if it isn't us?
I agree. I want Ishmael to grow into an amazing person. Let's try our best to show him that he isn't worth any less than Jeremiah just because Carolina likes Jeremiah more.
All right. Do you want to hit up that one Indian restaurant? I think Ishmael will love it since he loves Indian food.
Sure. Anastasia, I'm really sorry for asking you for something out of the blue, but can I borrow some money from you?
Money? What's wrong?
Yeah, it's a little annoying, but Jeremiah broke a friend's front tooth while he was playing around at school. We need to pay them up for the damage that he's done, but we're a little short with money on our end as of now.
I thought Carolina usually pays for accidents like these.
Yes, she normally does, but... You know, we had a similar incident a few weeks ago, too. I don't want to ruin Jeremiah's image that he has with Carolina, so I want to keep it a secret from her. You're not going to tell her about it either, right?
Oh, yeah. I guess if I did tell her, I'd be a tattletale.
You know how boys are. They grow up by fighting with each other and whatnot. I don't want to make Carolina worried, so yeah.
I know. But Carolina is the type to worry about Jeremiah's hurt fists more than the other kid's tooth that has gotten knocked out.
Oh, don't say it like that. If somebody were to hear you, they'd think Carolina ignores all of the bad stuff that Jeremiah does.
It's kind of true, though, isn't it? I mean, my son is better with academics and pretty much anything else when compared to Jeremiah. But Carolina only likes Jeremiah.
Maybe it's because Jeremiah is a lot better looking than Ishmael, perhaps?
Well, I have nothing more to say to you. I think you'll have to borrow the money from someone else, though. You've borrowed money from me before when something similar happened, but took way too long to pay it back.
All right. Talk to you later.
You guys just got done with the tests, right? Good job on studying hard. I'm proud.
Thank you, Grandmom. I'll try my best to study hard for the next one, too.
Granny, the test was so hard! I thought I was going to die. Should I just drop out from school? I don't think I'm good at studying. Do you really want to? You want to try doing something else like financing instead? Granny will help you out.
Really, Carolina? Maybe I should let him drop out and have him study finances from now on.
Are you for real? Can I trust in you and just give up with school? Oh, of course. You can drop out. Granny will take care of everything for you. If it wasn't for Mom, I would have already dropped out of school, being really honest. There are so many annoying idiots at school, you know? There was another guy that was annoying me today, so I punched his teeth out. Oh, is that so? It's all right. You should always throw the first blow before they end up hitting you first. The world is not an easy place to live in. Cassie, you took care of the incident, right?
They kept bothering me, telling me to show up here and there, but I just ended up not going. There's no point.
All right. If they call you again asking for you to show up, I'll call them myself and teach them a lesson. Anyway, you did a good job, my little cutie pie. Never be afraid of being yourself. Really?
Did I do a good job? I'll make sure nobody touches me. Of course. You're my grandson. You can do anything that you want to do. Granny will take care of you and your future. Just do what you want to do. I just want you to be happy. Carolina! Ishmael's made it to getting all A+s on his report card this time. The school is very proud with how well he is doing with his academics. They want to try and see what else they can do to support him. Ishmael got all A+s on his report card. Yeah, isn't it amazing? He's so smart. I wonder what else he would be capable of. Well, did he get a scholarship or something better than that? If he's going to actually be good with academics, he needs to be somewhere relevant. What is wrong with him? Always in the middle. Can't get better. He should be striving for further ahead. Carolina, that's no way to talk about him. It's a great achievement that he's made. There are so many possibilities opening up for him. Everybody thinks that he's a genius everywhere he goes. The only person that doesn't want to see that is you. So what? He's so reserved and pathetic. He's always looking anxious like some puppy that got caught stealing something to eat. Ishmael needs to work on growing some social skills. Being good at studying isn't all that is out here. Look at Jeremiah. He's such an outgoing young man already. Even if Ishmael was to get into a good job field, nobody would hire him because he'd fail the interviews. Carolina, are you really going to be like this? Everyone is in this chat room reading what you're saying, including the kids. Anastasia, please stop. There are kids here. You shouldn't be getting mad. I'm saying this because the kids are actually in here. Ishmael needs to learn what he's doing wrong so that he can fix it for the better. Also, why would you flaunt Ishmael's good grades or whatever after I've gotten done talking about life skills with Jeremiah? Are you trying to embarrass him or something? I'm not trying to embarrass anybody. Everybody has different personalities, and we should be able to accept them for who they are. Why do you think Ishmael grew up to become so reserved? It's really because of you, Carolina. Have you ever said something nice to Ishmael? Even once? You've never appreciated him. How could he possibly gain confidence when all you've done is put him down? Mom, it's all right. You don't have to defend me. Exactly. Ishmael says he's fine. So why are you getting all worked up for nothing? How am I not supposed to get worked up by something like this? The way that you treat Ishmael is so horrible that just watching it as his parent causes pain. I really thought that you would at least say that he did a good job when I mentioned that he's gotten all A+ on his report card. But all you have to say is something negative every time I even talk about my son. I'm afraid that Ishmael might lose interest in doing anything at all because of the way that you treat him. I would hate to see him fall into depression when he's such a hard-working, gentle-hearted boy. I won't even ask you to try and show him your love. I'm just asking if you can at least treat him like a normal human being. Anastasia, when did Carolina not treat Ishmael as a human being? Mom, it's all right. You don't have to argue and tell Grandma about all of that. I don't expect anything out of her anymore. I just want you and Dad's love and attention. That's all I need. I'm sorry Mommy got so mad and embarrassed you, Ishmael. I should have just held myself back. I didn't mean to make this happy day into a gloomy day because of such distasteful things. No, I am actually very touched by what you said for me today. It really showed me how much you love me. It told me that I have the world's greatest parents that I could ever ask for. And I am so happy that you are my mom. No, I should have at least tried better to calm myself down. I'm sorry that I couldn't do that. Did I make you upset? I'm upset, but it isn't because of you. It's not like anything is going to change just because I'm upset anyway. I just want to live on. Plus, I have loving parents that are always here for me. Okay. You are an amazing son and an amazing person. I hope you remember that whenever you are feeling down. Don't live to impress other people, including your mom and dad. All right? Live for yourself and do things for yourself. I understand. I love you, Mom. Mommy loves you too, Ishmael. Ishmael, are you going to stop by the house before you go to your tutor? If you're hanging out with your friends before going to class, take this and get something good to eat with your friends. Oh, thank you, Mom. What are you going to eat? I know you like risotto. Mom, actually, I wanted to go home before class, but something happened. I'm at the hospital right now. Hospital? Ishmael, what happened? Are you all right? Yeah. I was walking on the way back home, but then Jeremiah was riding his electric scooter and ran into me in the process. My knees and shins were hurting pretty bad. I called a cab and came to the emergency room right away after it happened. Okay, that's good. I'll be on the way right now. Just wait for me. Cassie, do you not have anything to say to me? How can you just keep silent when Ishmael was on his way by himself to the emergency room? Why do I need to talk to you about something like that? It's obvious that Ishmael wasn't being careful enough to look around and be aware of his surroundings and got into an accident. Why? Do you want to talk bad about Jeremiah again with how he misbehaves? About how he's such a rebel? What did you just say? It's quite obvious that Jeremiah is known to be rebellious. Everybody at school knows how bad he is. Isn't it about time that you admit that you didn't teach him the rights and wrongs? It led to him growing up into an intolerable monster. A monster? Isn't that a little too over the top to call a child? I think you should worry about your son that has a hard time talking to people because of how reserved he is. Your son, huh? I guess you never really considered us as family, seeing how you refer to my son. I really can't stand you or your family anymore. I think we should just cut ties because I'm going to someday explode from how ill-mannered all of you are. Go ahead. You think I'll be scared of you because you're going to cut ties with our family? It was about time anyway. Your whole family is good for nothing. Jeremiah was getting sick of your son anyway. Is that so? That's good news. I can't just make all of the decisions on my own since there is still blood involved. So I'm going to invite my husband to this room to see what he thinks. I think I already know the answer, though. Babe, I think we should just cut ties with your brother's family. I've already decided. What do you think? I can't stand them anymore.
Did you really say that, Cassie? All of that in the screenshot that my wife sent. I've already been wanting to cut ties off with you guys, and now you're giving me more reason to do so. That's great, actually.
Jeremiah was riding an electric scooter and ran into Ishmael. You know what she had to say about that? She said that it was still Ishmael's fault because he wasn't being aware of his surroundings or whatever.
Ishmael got into an accident. Is he hurt? Where is he?
Yes. I'm heading over to where he's at right now. Ishmael called me and told me that he's in the emergency room.
Now it's certain that you guys are the absolute worst. Cassie, I think we should just cut ties and live our own lives. Also, it's not always a good thing to let your son just do whatever you want. That's how you ruin his life, Cassie.
What do you know about Jeremiah anyway? Don't tell me what to do! Although we're cutting ties, you should at least keep some common courtesy. Stop showing how stupid and ignorant you are. Common courtesy? Really? What the hell? And they have the audacity to just leave the chat room like that? My oldest son, how are you these days? I was reading the newspaper this morning, and what a surprise! I found your name on it. It says that you've made it to becoming the owner of a very big company. It was written in big words, too.
Yes, but what does that have to do with you? I thought I already told you that I don't want to see you anymore, as well as my brother's family.
Oh, come on now. How could we just not talk to each other anymore after all? We're family. We should still be able to congratulate each other for good achievements. I'm so proud of my son being able to do such great things in his life. When did you start being so proud of Roland? I don't think you've ever shown him any respect like this before. You passed down the discrimination that you had towards Roland to Ishmael, too. I was just using a whip to discipline them so that they'd be able to do better and work harder for themselves.
Mom, I was about to have at least somewhat of a tolerance over you. But I guess I was wrong. If the reason for you contacting me was because you were in dire need of money and needed help with that, I would have at least had some pity and respect for you left. But you're trying to be all fake and act as if you contacted me just because you're proud of my achievements.
Exactly. He's gone through so much and experienced so much unfairness because of you. Don't you think this is a little too despicable? If you don't want me to be nice to you, then so be it. I'm always going to like your brother more than you and favor Jeremiah over Ishmael in the end. I'm glad that I don't have to act like I actually appreciate you or like you because I was about to feel sick. Ugh.
So you really need to resort into talking like that, huh?
I'm going to wait for the day that Rhett succeeds in his life. So don't ever try to show any gratitude towards me. I don't care about it, and I don't want it. Couldn't even appreciate my efforts. Wasting my time. Carolina only cared about Rhett and his family until the very end, and she really didn't talk to us ever again after that. We went back to our own lives and forgot about the little incident that we had with Carolina. After a little while, we heard news that Jeremiah started hanging out with the lowlifes in the back of the city. Soon to be found out that his lower half of the body became paralyzed due to a motorcycle accident that he got himself into. I knew that news would have completely obliterated Carolina's heart, but there was nothing that could be done now. Thank you for watching. Please leave a like and subscribe.
Hello, Travis. This is your boss, Beth, from Elven Core. You're not at work. Again. Are you on your way to work? If you're in the car, don't text me back. Are you even awake? As soon as you see this, contact me, please.
Oh, hey Beth, what do you want?
Ah, Travis. Finally. Where are you? You were supposed to be at work ages ago.
Oh, is that so? I didn't notice. Honestly, I'm just trying to live my life here and you're calling me again and again. Quit pestering me.
Where are you, Travis? Are you actually still at home right now? You should be at work right now, and I'm gonna need an explanation as to why you're not here.
Oh, geez, is that what you want? I just woke up. Kinda hard to get any shut-eye when my phone keeps ringing like that. I really gotta learn how to turn off this annoying ringer.
Please don't do that. But hold on, are you saying that you just woke up? Are you actually being serious right now?
Yeah, what's the big deal? I was up late last night gaming and I must have overslept. You see, this new shooter came out. Lost Cities. Damn, it's addicting. I'll come into work later. I was thinking I might try to get in some rounds today too, but we'll see.
Travis, do you have any idea what time it is right now? Do you actually think you have the time to be playing some game?
Whoa, it's already past 9:30. Man, I must have been really into that game last night. Come on, Beth. You know what it's like. You're a gamer yourself, aren't you?
I have never once missed work because of a video game. So no, I don't understand. You need to take yourself more seriously. I'm not kidding.
Ah, you're pretty old, so I guess you're not into games in the same way. Yeah, now that I think about it, it makes sense.
What are you talking about?
I mean, someone in your generation might be more into retro games with terrible graphics. All that 2D and that. This one I got is like super realistic. If you were my age, you might be into it, but I guess you're not.
All that is beside the point. If you really cared at all about your work, you'd at least set an alarm. You're not even using an alarm clock, are you?
I don't really like being woken up when I'm trying to sleep, so I don't think an alarm clock would work for me. Besides, I need my beauty rest. You've seen my face, right?
Are you serious right now? Just tell me if you're gonna come into work or not, okay? If not, I'm gonna mark it as a missed day of work, so you need to let me know.
Man, you don't have to get all uptight about it. Let me just get ready, then I'll swing by. I've already been rudely awakened thanks to you. Jokes.
Travis, you're late again today by over an hour and a half. By the time you get here, it could be 2 hours or more. Regardless, do you realize that you've been working here for 3 months and you're late basically every day? What is your explanation for that?
Well, I guess I've always just been kind of bad with mornings, you know? I guess there's a chance it could be due to my night being kind of late. I'm usually on the energy drinks at night, then get really into surfing the net and online shopping. Plus live streams, videos. Well, I just get lost in the void of the internet.
Travis, could you please answer my question? It's busy here, and I don't have all day to be texting back and forth with you. So just tell me simply, please.
Slow down, racehorse. Somebody's antsy today. Anyway, all the way back in high school, I used to always rock up late to the first class of the day. If it was math, I would straight up skip it. Then again, I probably shouldn't be telling my boss all this. You wouldn't judge me, would you, Beth?
I don't care if you're bad at mornings, but you need to be here on time. You see, companies have set schedules that all employees need to follow. That's what keeps a company running smoothly. If someone is late or decides to come in based on their own schedule, it disrupts the flow of everything. And in a business, it causes real problems. I want you to realize this so it stops happening, Travis.
Yeah, I get that. I see what you're trying to say, boss.
Oh yeah? Then why won't you just show up on time?
Well, I've got my own idea too. Let me run this by you.
Travis, just come to work already. We don't have time for this.
Nah, it'll be quick. Alright, so you know how recently companies have been bringing in things like flex work time and those kind of free schedules? Well, I was thinking that giving employees the freedom to come in when they liked would let everyone actually enjoy coming into work. You see, everyone is different. I'm more of a night owl, so I'm hella productive in the evening. Like I said, I'm super wide awake late at night.
Listen, this isn't about if people enjoy coming into work or not. Every employee earns a wage and has to hold up their end of the bargain. You're the only one who has this problem with being late. Literally everyone else comes in on time.
But I bet squares like Mr. Ellington would love to come in at 6 a.m. and wrap up at 2, but because of your Stone Age rules, he can't do that.
What does Mr. Ellington have to do with anything? He's one of our best employees. Honestly, you could learn a thing or two from him, Travis.
Yeah, he could probably teach me how to tuck in my shirt to my pants way too much. That dude's walking around looking like a 1950s gym teacher. But seriously, Beth, you've got to give this flex time thing another thought. I'd make far more progress in my GameStar leadership board if we did that. Not to mention, I'd be way more productive and just more into the work, you know?
No, I don't know. We can't do a flex system. We've discussed this at countless meetings before. We are a manufacturing company and our production deadlines cannot be altered. If we are late on even one of them, it would be detrimental for our customers. You're aware of all that, right?
Yeah, well, that doesn't mean I can't do it, right? Like, what would the harm be in just me doing it? It's not like I even work with that many customers anyway.
Travis, it's a no now and it's gonna be a no every time. There is no point in pursuing this.
Listen, as much as I'd like to come into the office every morning bright and early, that's just not me. I'm a late riser, through and through, always have been, always will be. So let's say you make a little exception for me. That way, I'd be able to work to my fullest at the times when I'm most productive. That sounds fair, right?
How about you listen, Travis? Our company pays you your salary for the time that you spend working at the company. If you want to work outside of those hours, by all means you can do that. However, you're not going to get paid for it. Is that all right with you?
I'm a member of this company. Remember that, Beth. I'm authorized to earn a salary for the hours that I work. How is it right that this company chooses to limit its employees' productivity so much with constricting time schedules?
My role as the president of this company is to keep the ship running smoothly. I'm constantly getting requests for rule changes or adjustments. If I were to allow every single employee request, there would be big problems for our company. Besides, I have no interest in changing our company's rules and making adjustments for someone who doesn't even have the decency to come in on time.
God, you're holding this company back, Beth. It's because of you that this company's rules are so dated. Don't you know that times are changing? You can't run a company like some kind of factory anymore. People have lives and need a flexible schedule to match them.
Travis, I'm getting tired of discussing this with you. Your role at this company is to come in on time and do your job. No exceptions. If that doesn't fly for you, you're welcome to quit whenever you like.
Oh yeah? You really think that letting a promising young guy like me walk out is a good move? You need me around here, Beth. Trust me. Didn't you hear the quote, "Without youth, there is no future"? I couldn't agree more.
If you really had something worthwhile to say, I would accept it. But you're clearly only bringing up points that support your situation. You're only bringing this flex time thing up because it's convenient for you, isn't that right?
How are you even president of this company if you don't have any understanding of your own employees? Frankly, it's embarrassing. Suddenly, I've lost my motivation to come into work today. I think I'm just gonna take the day off today.
What?
Yeah, I'm just gonna use one of my vacation days, I think. I've got vacation days saved up, right? How many do I have to use? Like 20 or 30 is average, huh?
That's not exactly how this works, Travis. You see, it was all written up in your contract, which I don't exactly have the time to explain at this moment.
Why can't I use my vacation days? You're saying if an employee really wants to take a day off, they can't? I've got a feeling this might become a bit of a problem moving forward. Basically, this company is forcing its employees to come into work no matter what. That sounds kinda shady, doesn't it?
If you knew the regulations regarding vacation pay, you would understand. But clearly you don't.
How does it feel to be the president of such a shady company? Oh man, I'm getting real sleepy. I better get back to bed. Sorry, boss. I'll see how I feel tomorrow, but no promises. If I feel like coming in, I'll come in. Until then, just mark my days off as paid vacation days, alright? Thanks. Hey, Beth, did you miss me?
Travis, what's going on? You've missed the last 3 days of work.
Oh, has it been that long? Well, I gots to say, taking a few days off with these paid vacation days has done me good. I feel like a new man. Who would have thought working at this company could be so sweet? Getting paid for staying at home? Can't beat this.
It's true that our company has an obligation to give employees the choice to use paid vacation days when they need some time off. But you really do need to check your contract specifics in order to make sure you're eligible for those days. I can't babysit you, Travis. As an employee who's been working here for 3 months, you should really know by now. But now that I have your attention, there is one thing that I'd like to run by you. Perhaps you know something about it.
Ooh, some juicy gossip it sounds like. Lovely, let me hear it.
I recently found out some concerning messages written on social media.
Oh yeah, social media, huh? Sounds interesting.
Well, it was just the other day, so everything's pretty new. But the messages themselves were quite defamatory to the company. Something about how our company wasn't allowing our employees to take vacations, and about how we're forcing our staff to work against their will. Not to mention the posts really caught the attention of some of our investors, who are not impressed by what they saw. Do you happen to know anything about that?
Can't say I have any recollection of anything like that. Besides, what have you got to worry about? Your company isn't shady at all, right?
Travis, I know it was you who wrote those things. None of our other staff go around spewing the complaints that you do. You are literally the only employee who has so many issues with our company, as well as my management style. On top of that, no one other than our employees inside the company, such as yourself, know about the information that was posted online. So level with me. It's better if we are transparent with things like this that have a chance of affecting our company.
Alright, I'll confess. I did write those things on social media. How else am I gonna make any changes in this company? All of the other staff just hold on to your tailcoat and don't have anything of real meaning to say. Frankly, it's pathetic. Besides, I'm sure there are loads of people who left the company due to the unbearable work hours and controlling environment. There has to have been.
You wrote those things then. I knew it. And actually, no. There haven't been many people who've quit, and almost no one has complained about the things that you're always harping on about. Your points are groundless, Travis. Everything that you think of comes from your own unwillingness to do actual work or show up on time.
Oh yeah? But Beth, didn't you only make it halfway through high school? You didn't graduate high school, did you?
What? Why would you suddenly just bring that up?
That must be it, right? You couldn't get through high school, so your worldview is kind of limited.
Huh? What the hell are you talking about? I know far more than you about this industry, business, anything related to this job. It doesn't matter that I didn't go to university myself.
University? You didn't even finish high school. You have no idea what's really going on. For one, you don't show me any respect.
Respect? Let me remind you, I am the president of this company while you are an employee. You understand that, right?
No, you're forgetting something very important. You see, I'm a university graduate. You didn't even graduate high school. So, you see, we are very different. I deserve some respect to be shown from you.
Do you really think that our academic history is really relevant right now? What difference does it make?
Of course it's relevant. Think about it. I decided to join this company right after I graduated university. Just because of that, I think it's only natural to give me my proper respect as a university graduate.
All right, Travis, can you tell me why exactly I should respect you? You see, I do value each and every one of the employees that work at this company. It's not easy to devote your time and life to make sure our company continues to excel. However, why exactly should I give respect to someone who doesn't show up, always complains, and barely contributes to the company at all?
What don't you get? Are you stupid or something? I explained everything about how I'm a university graduate. Why isn't that clear to you?
Travis, you've got this so wrong that it's not even funny. I've heard about your generation being unable to take criticism, but this is ridiculous. How can you possibly think that you have any right to speak the way you are to your boss?
My generation? What about your generation? You guys are the ones who prevent this country from moving forward. I'm sick of your state, old rules.
Oh, my apologies. I doubt that others of your generation are as unmotivated and coddled as you. In fact, all of our other young employees show up every day on time, no problem, unlike you.
I don't like the way you're talking to me, Beth. I should report you for power harassment. To think I have to take this kind of harassment from someone who didn't even graduate high school. Unheard of.
Power harassment. Don't be ridiculous. The only harassment I can see is the defamatory social media posts online, not to mention the constant shots at my academic history that you've been taking. If you're smart, you would delete all those posts before it becomes a real problem.
Huh? Is that a threat? All of my points are valid. As an employee of this company, I have a right to state my opinion about my own personal experience. Also, if you want to run a successful company, it might be a good idea to treat your employees with a bit more respect. Maybe then they'll actually want to work for you.
I'm going to say this straight, as I don't feel you're cluing in. This negative back and forth between us has got to stop. After the last social media posts that you made, we got countless calls from our investors wondering if the rumors were true. Our sales staff were busy replying to all of those concerns, which disrupted their regular duties. We simply cannot afford for that to happen again.
That does sound like quite the headache. Well, why don't you give me what I want, and I'll see what I can do about those nasty rumors that are spreading online. That way we both get what we want. Isn't that right? Flex time for me, a sparkling clean online presence for you.
What are you thinking? It's not that easy to just change the rules of a company to accommodate one employee, regardless of what you may think. Our company has chosen to hire you and give you a job. The least you could do is refrain from trashing us online with fraudulent information.
In that case, there is not a lot that I can do. It's pointless trying to prove my point to you, Beth. I think you're finding it hard to relate to an actual university graduate like me.
So, Travis, tell me, what exactly did you study in university? You clearly didn't learn how to treat people with basic respect, it appears. It might be a good idea for you to go back and do it over again. Why don't you start from grade school? That should give you a good foundation.
Huh? How can I even take that seriously coming from you?
You aren't a student anymore, Travis. You are an employee of this company. As an employee, you have to show a certain level of respect to not only me, your boss, but also your other fellow employees. What you have been doing online has not only disrespected me, but also the other people who work together with us at this company. If you really want to succeed in this industry, you have to change your mindset. Big time.
God, you're annoying. Why won't you just shut up about all that nonsense? Really, the nerve of a high school dropout to preach about business etiquette and whatnot to a university graduate? It's really bewildering to me how you think you're somehow superior to me.
I get it. No matter how much I try to get through to you, it's clear you're not going to listen. Besides, I don't want to waste valuable time in these pointless back and forths with you. Do what you like, Travis.
Finally. See, that wasn't so hard, was it? I guess now I can work the way I want and not have to worry about your annoying lecturing all the time. You know what, Beth? All this time off has honestly gotten a bit boring. I guess I could come into work again today.
Oh, is that so? May I ask who this is?
Real funny, Beth. I expected you to be a little more grateful about my decision. You know, I could just keep using those paid vacation days, but I actually decided to come in on my own accord.
I do really wonder sometimes if you really did graduate university, Travis. So please, do enlighten me. What did you study in university that let you get all the way through to graduation?
Hey, what's all this about? You know I went to university. It's on my resume. Besides, what's with the sour attitude? I told you I'm coming to work.
Oh, I understand what you said. I'm just not sure if there is in fact still a seat for you at the office. You see, you were gone for over a week, so...
What? You're saying there's no desk for me? What the hell is that supposed to mean? First you force me to come to work without my consent, then you tell me there's not even a place for me at the company anymore? What kind of backwards company is this?
To put it plainly, Travis, you're fired. To even think you would come back to the office after all that's transpired over the past couple of weeks is ridiculous. You're done here.
What? Fired? Do you really think that you have the right to just fire employees without any prior notice? You really think that's fair?
Of course I do. I'm the president. Therefore, I'm more than qualified to lay off staff for the betterment of the company. And believe me, the company will be far better off without you, Travis.
This is an unfair dismissal. I'll take you to court for this, Beth. This is not okay by any stretch of the imagination. I can't freaking believe it.
Oh, go right ahead. Somehow I doubt your case would have any standing in the court of law. This company did what it had to do. You should understand that, accept it, and give up, Travis. This is final.
You think I'm stupid or something? You think that I don't have any knowledge about these kinds of things? Well, how about the fact that you need to let an employee know 30 days in advance if you're planning on letting them go? Your company didn't give me any notice.
I'm honestly surprised that you know that. The way you've been texting all this time would suggest that you don't have a clue about any of this.
Of course I know about all of this. I graduated university, for God's sake. You think you can just force me to compel to your made-up rules? Maybe you're the one who doesn't know as much as you think you do. So anyway, I'm not going to accept your unfair dismissal of me.
It's hardly a made-up rule. Let me explain. According to labor law, a company must indeed give an employee 30 days' notice before they're laid off.
See, I told you.
But what you're not aware of are the particulars of the law.
Particulars? What do you mean?
Basically, the fine print, which says, this law does not apply in the case of dismissal for reasons attributable to the worker.
What? What's that supposed to mean?
Because the choice to fire you is actually resulting from your own doing, it meant we as a company did not need to give you 30 days of advance notice. Because of that, we were able to terminate your contract immediately.
Terminate my contract? What exactly did I do to get terminated exactly? I didn't do anything wrong. Everything that was said online was private. That's my business, and the company can't decide to target me for something I said privately in my own home. That's what this is about, isn't it? Some dumb social media messages. I didn't know that the company would swoop that low to fire someone for that.
Well, it seems like you aren't realizing any wrong that you might have done, so I'm not sure there's a lot that can be done to help the situation on my end. At least as long as you fail to understand your own negative actions.
God, just tell me then. You haven't stated one negative thing I've done yet, so I guess you can't think of anything, huh?
I don't even know where to start. There's simply too many things to bring up. You honestly cannot recall a single negative thing that you might have done yourself.
No, I can't think of anything I've done that could even remotely be considered negative. Which has me thinking, maybe this is just some kind of personal beef you have with me, and now you're singling me out because you really just don't like me? That's it, isn't it?
Alright, I'd better just tell you then if you're really not going to acknowledge anything you've done. First of all, from the time you started at this company, you haven't been able to follow our work schedule and have been unable to show up to work in a timely manner.
I thought we agreed on this. You said that I could have a flex time schedule. Don't you remember promising that to me? That's the reason I wasn't coming in at the same time as everyone else. I work on my own hours.
That was never something we agreed on, and is certainly not something that an employee can decide on their own. Our company doesn't even have a flex time system in the first place, which I've also explained to you on multiple occasions. Because of this, your inability to come to work resulted in over a week's worth of unexcused absences. In truth, only 3 unexcused absences are grounds for an employee to be immediately terminated, much less over 6 days like yourself.
Huh? Then what about the paid vacation that I was using all that time? I made that crystal clear to you that I wanted to use my paid vacation days, didn't I? I get that you're running a shady company over there, but this is ridiculous. Paid vacation days are part of a worker's rights.
Unfortunately, you were also mistaken about this as well. You didn't have any paid vacation days to use, Travis. Actually, employees don't accrue paid vacation days until 6 months of working in the company. You worked here 3 months in total, making you ineligible for those paid vacation days. Besides, even if you had worked here for 6 months, one criteria for this is actually going to work for more than 80% of the days you're scheduled to. You do not meet that criteria either. Not that it really matters at this point.
Huh? Are you serious?
Didn't you go to university, Travis? Well, I can't say I'm surprised that you don't know this, but still. Regardless, those are the rules.
But what about my salary? I'll still be getting paid for those days that I didn't come to work, right?
What makes you think that you'll be paid for days that you didn't work? I just explained to you, you didn't have any paid vacation days to use. Those days you stayed home were simply counted as unexcused absences. No salary is accrued for those, quite understandably.
What? I was under the impression that I'd be getting a fat paycheck for this month. Now you're saying that that's not the case? I went and spent most of my money that I had in my bank account. I wouldn't have done half of the shopping I had if I'd known this. Why didn't you alert me of this sooner, Beth?
Oh, that is bad, isn't it? Well, I hate to say it, but this isn't the worst of it.
Huh? What's that supposed to mean? What could possibly be worse than this?
Well, you do remember what you did, don't you?
We went over this, not showing up to work on time, right?
Well, the higher-ups see something else you did as far more damaging than simply not showing up. What you posted on social media is being seen as serious defamation to the company.
Huh? But those things were all private. Besides, how do you even know I wrote them? You don't have proof, do you? This is all a bluff.
We do have access to your logon details, which allowed us to trace your internet activity. In a case like this, such actions must be taken to protect the company.
What? You searched my private internet history? That can't be legal, can it?
Well, seeing as how you were using the company laptop that we entrusted to you, it is within our full rights to track the usage of that laptop.
But why? What are you going to do now that you have that information?
Well, it's still in its early stages, but I guess it's fine for me to say. The company is planning on mounting an anti-defamation lawsuit against you to make up for the damage you've caused us.
A lawsuit? Are you kidding me?
Not at all. I'm quite serious. You didn't think you could just sneak away from this consequence-free, did you?
This is crazy. How the hell am I going to afford a lawyer? This isn't funny, Beth.
That's up to you to handle yourself, Travis. It might be advisable to find a lawyer soon, though. Obstruction of business, along with damage to reputation, are not light offenses. Without a good lawyer, you could find yourself facing time in prison.
Prison? This is way too much. I can't go to prison. I just got out of university. How the hell did it come to this?
Travis, this is the real world. You can't just go around treating people like dirt and expecting to skate through life consequence-free. The sooner you realize your faults, the sooner you'll be able to get through this and come out better on the other side. Who knows? This could actually be beneficial for someone like you.
Beth, listen, I'm only a new employee. I didn't know about all of this. You were the one who was supposed to teach me about these things. It was your responsibility to fill me in about all of this. Why couldn't you at least just have done that?
Oh, Travis, this isn't a school. This is a company. You're supposed to know that spreading malicious, false rumors online comes with real consequences. I shouldn't need to tell you that. Besides, I doubt you'd even trust advice coming from a high school dropout.
Come on, I can learn from this. You don't have to take legal action. I'll delete everything I said online. I'll come to work on time and everything. Please, Beth, you've got to give me another chance.
Like I said, you're done. I don't want to see you come into our company ever again. I'm saying this for your own best interests too. See, our other employees are less than impressed with everything you've done since you started with us. Who knows what they would do if you did decide to show your face again in the office?
Why would they be angry with me? It's not like I did anything to hurt them directly.
What you did, your irresponsible actions online, hurt the company as a whole. These things have a trail-down effect. Everyone has a right to be upset.
Still, this isn't fair. There must be another way. Come on, give me another chance.
I'm losing patience in this back and forth with you, Travis. Clearly, your schooling wasn't enough. I joked about it before, but I truly feel that you could learn a lot from studying with high school students again. Nope, scratch that. You could learn a lot doing over primary school again.
You don't have to say all of that.
Oh, I'm barely scraping the surface of what I could really say. But I've already told you all of the official stuff, so I'm gonna leave it at that. I don't want to waste another second of my precious time conversing with you.
Beth, wait, don't go. I'm sorry. I won't act all high and mighty anymore. I see where I went wrong, and I can fix it. Come on, you can't leave it like this. Please, forgive me.
After that, Travis was arrested on charges involving defamation leading to damage of company image as well as loss of revenue. Though it turned out to only be a summary offense, Travis ended up with a criminal record, along with a lot of explaining to do to his furious parents. After a few weeks of arguments, Travis's parents decided it was time for him to move out, which is what he did shortly after. Unable to find a new full-time job, Travis resorted to part-time jobs as a dishwasher at a restaurant, along with a fast food server gig. Through these two jobs, he's been able to scrape by and rented a room in an old apartment building downtown. However, after the defamation case, he was forced to pay back the company in exchange for the loss of revenue that they'd experienced. Not only that, all of the credit cards that Travis had used while he was still employed at the company were maxed out from his irresponsible shopping habits. It appears that after that, he lived in a constant state of being hounded by bill collectors and had to pinch pennies just to stay above water. As for me, my company flourished after Travis was fired, and it was a true relief to have the stress of the whole situation with him resolved. Thankfully, the rest of the employees were dependable and helped to keep things running even while I was busy with all the legal paperwork. I guess from this experience I learned, when hiring someone, it's best to look not only at their academic history, but also who they are as a person. I know I won't make the same mistake again. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Feel free to leave a comment. Bye!